You must be the ones tasked by the academia with renovating Aaru.
That's right. Good afternoon. I'm Kaveh, and these two are Termezi and Nisaburi. Hey, I'll hate them. Come and introduce yourself.
We've met before. This is Thoth, the Ibis King, and everyone knows these two.
I've only ever seen these two in your...
The paintings in the temple. They show us chatting, playing cards, playing chess. Precisely the activities we most enjoy, funnily enough. No, only you enjoy playing chess. We were just humoring you.
I wouldn't go that far. Back to the matter at hand. A preliminary assessment by the academia indicates that this project requires expertise in various disciplines, including the deciphering of ancient texts, mechanical engineering, the restoration of ancient ruins, and elemental theory. The most capable minds in the respective fields are here before you. If there are no objections, we'd like to begin our work.
The artisans who built Aaru for Al-Ahmar gave their very lives to create this splendid work. Follow their example by giving your utmost devotion to this.
I didn't know that. We'll do our best, of course, but we certainly won't be sacrificing our lives.
Such brazen words. Humans these days are a far cry from their ancestors.
No, that's not what he meant. Please don't mind him. He shares your sentiments, just not your, penchant for hyperbole. Assuming that's what you were going for.
I just think it's important to manage expectations.
Forgive my lack of courtesy, but we simply can't sacrifice our lives to the gods on completion of the project like people in the legends of old. Here's the first draft of the project proposal for your perusal. Please let us know if you have any requests. Normally, I'd have made it look a lot more visually appealing, but we were really pressed for time on this occasion.
Naturally.
If my fellow ministers deem this meager display of respect sufficient, I suppose I can consider agreeing to their proposal.
Why are you so preoccupied with the ostentatious displays of respect to Al-Ahmar? We should be trying to make things easy for them. You never know. We might have to rely on these young people. Exactly.
This is Aaru's mainframe. Be reminded to use it with great caution.
We certainly will. Thank you for your assistance.
You may attempt to lay out punishment should you so desire, though I'm afraid it would be futile. You and I both know that certain components of Aaru can only be operated
By King Deshret always believed in humanity. Still, the reason that Aaru's modules are designed that way is not so much because he trusted them, but more because he was wary of you.
Is that true? No wonder human artisans helped to build Aaru then. He actually required human assistance to create his greatest work.
Naturally.
Have you noticed that the Goat King keeps getting superficial responses? It's like he's just going through the motions and leaving the real debate to his colleagues.
He understands the art of perfunctory speech. That's what earned him his position as the Minister of Ministers. It seems the rumors about King Deshret being a poor judge of character are baseless after all.
Excuse me for being blunt, but it sounds suspiciously like you're putting yourself on a pedestal and mocking me.
You're mistaken. And while there's nothing strictly wrong with making every conversation about yourself, it's not exactly a positive tendency either.
You? Whatever. I knew it'd be like this working with you. All right, let me pass. I need to look at this console.
It's your job to activate it after all. Let's begin. Everyone, please proceed with the external checks and preparation.
Hello there, youngsters.
Whoa, the Ibis King came to...
What do you mean came to life? I've been alive the whole time.
You did say we could start our research, right? Are you having second thoughts now?
I've reviewed the proposal. The work you're planning to carry out on this grand device is ambitious in its scope.
I wouldn't say I'm feeling hugely confident, but given how bad things are, I'd rather at least try something than sit around waiting to die.
You are the top scholars of your day. I trust you are aware that there are countless links between Aaru and the Akasha.
Aaru and the Akasha? But I thought the Akasha was the academia's greatest technological accomplishment, created years ago by the Dendro Archon to help her people access knowledge.
And you too? Do you not know either?
You've read the instruction manual, right? You tell them.
An instruction manual? The Akasha has an instruction manual? The Dendro Archon is a kind and thoughtful god indeed.
It used to sit on a shelf in the corner of the House of Dana. Not the most popular read. If the manual is to be believed, Aaru was in fact the original inspiration for the Akasha system.
What? But there are so few records about Aaru anywhere, and practically none of these scientific expeditions into the desert had anything to do with it.
But this is something you could not possibly have known. You may have heard many stories about the desert, but what is the most important aspect of history? Consider this a quiz. Anyone from Vahumana present?
I'm from Vahumana. It's, well, veracity.
Precisely. And a large part of veracity is the chronological order in which events occur. I may as well tell you. In the beginning, Nabu Malikata, the goddess of flowers, descended upon Sumeru. The glory of the heaven was within her. She brought life, oasis. Then she created the jinn, enlightened. It was the first, and all the great changes in Sumeru's hit so grieved. And so, the Akasha was inspired.
Well, if the two share a common technological origin, then connecting one system...
Unbelievable. Have you no reverence at all for celestial technology?
No, I do, but there's no time for that.
Perhaps you could try coming up with our cutoff dates.
You know what it's like having to turn around 5 different drafts?
Yeah, also, Sir Ibis King, you don't plan on getting directly involved at all.
Yes.
Well, you strike us more as having come to give a popular science lecture. Or wait, does this count as more of a first-hand?
Neither. Anyway, this sounds like far too much work for me.
Still, if Aaru is so powerful, why didn't King Deshret use it for more ambitious ends?
Because it was never fully completed. King Deshret had grand plans, but he perished before they could come to fruition. In the beginning, his wish was to create something that could rival the very world itself. The Lord of Flowers sacrificed everything for that ambition. What he desired, she bestowed. And thus was knowledge brought into the world. Her courage and sacrifice had to be honored with the most splendid of monuments, or King Deshret would surely have deemed it a grave injustice. And that monument, built from knowledge and technology, etched with a sacrificial and courageous love. Even at that time, King Deshret said, since we share an eternal covenant, I shall never be your enemy. Hence, the fruits of wisdom from the heavens is not to remember. It is not that I lack the power to become the enemy of wisdom. Yet, in the end, Aaru was only used to store a portion of the souls. It was but a primitive form of the masterwork the king had envisaged.
So the point you're making is, King Deshret was both powerful and ambitious, and he only ceased his imperious ways out of affection for the goddess of flowers and the Dendro Archon. You could see this as an act of mercy, but you could also see it as the sentiments that lay between these three gods placing constraints on him. This was, after all, the foundation of the alliance between them.
This explains why Aaru was both a prison and a monument, and why the answer to the 3 questions was time.
You have to be careful who you get involved with, or love is the same. It is both a prison and a monument. All right, let us pause the story. Who's in charge again? Is it you?
Yes, me and him.
Now then, wisdom hides in the space between the tangible and the intangible. It is to convey the incommunicable through the simplest of mediums. By the power of King Deshret, I shall grant you a glimpse into the unseen secrets that lie at the threshold of...
Where did this come from?
It looks more like some form of externalized information. You've rendered it visible?
Just as the Akasha allows you to access a greater range of knowledge, the power of our king permits one to perceive ingenuities that do not belong to this world. This is no ordinary mechanism. It reflects the internal structure of Aaru, whether you choose to increase or decrease, keep or...
Looks mechanical to me. Better let me handle it, just in case. But wait, how do I get up there?
Turn around.
So that's where the elevator is. He is an important virtue. Obelisks were used to record important information in the ancient desert civilization. Hey, I'll hate them. There's some writing here I'll need you to decipher. I sent it to your screen. Do you see it?
Got it. It's a little blurry, but I should manage.
Take a look and tell me what it says. Oh, and I'll send any other similar text directly to you from now on.
Let's start with this one. Looks like cultural information from the age of King Deshret.
If so, I suggest you delete it.
Words thrown together merely for fun. I had no idea Aaru kept a record of this.
Well, as long as you're certain that this is strictly private information, that's
It is unimportant.
All right, well, I guess I'll start now. Found some more. Sending them over to you now.
These are all reports about the Gerbod conflict.
Can we delete them?
I'd say so. Most of this information has already been archived anyway.
What if there are details in there that Bahumana missed? What are we supposed to do if they come after us in the future?
They'll just have to live with it. If we don't resolve these issues now, there won't even be an academia in the future.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, done. There's some other similar monuments nearby. I'll check them out. Another monument.
Hold on.
You're still reading it? How long?
It records the development and governance of the Oasis civilization. Most of it concerns the Jinn, but it also contains records left by the artisans who built Aaru.
Is it important?
Some of it. There was no way for me to read the whole thing in its entirety, so I had to rely on my intuition to pick the parts worth keeping.
What about the artisans' records? What do they mention?
They're speculations mostly. For instance,
Sounds like pure mythology to me. Surely that kind of thing didn't really
the
happen.
records do emphasize that this was merely their conjecture based on various myths. Still, the artisans did leave details of their
Even that got recorded? Okay, well, I'll make... Is that truly necessary? You won't be needing them. No, the blueprints are important. I think that should just about do
It
it.
meets the requirements of the contingency plans, so we should be good.
I gotta say, it's the strangest feeling. It's like drifting between life and death.
Chasing dreams in the most literal sense. Definitely.
What happens if my spirit just floats away?
Happen. Anyway, I wouldn't celebrate just yet if I were you. There's likely to be a phase 2 of this project.
All right, I better keep my wits about me then.
Traveler from afar, do you worry for the fate of Sumeru as well?
Whoa! It's so with the crocodile king!
Greetings, Crocodile Cake.
Please be at ease. I'm just here to chat with you about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Sounds like you really care about her.
Yes, although to be exact, it is...
Speaking of Nahida, I was wondering how she's doing.
Wait a moment.
What is it?
I tried calling out to Apep, but there was no response. This can only mean that she is focusing all her energy on taking care of Lesser Lord Kusanali.
All the gods who serve King Deshret seem super surprised to hear that Apep agreed to help Nahida. Guessing she made a bad impression on you or something.
Are you aware of the history between her and our king? Then you are learned indeed. At the end of his life, King Deshret tricked the Dendro Dragon into swallowing him whole, leaving her to bear the torment of his sins. The Dendro Dragon despised King Deshret, yet he outwitted her. Rather than bringing disaster to the land, he chose to deceive her and thereby ensure his annihilation. An act that surely displays his love. The Dendro Dragon stands for the glory of a bygone era. She hated Al-Akhmar and what he represented. And so her willingness to help the Dendro Archon through this crisis comes as a great surprise in...
Yep, Nahida did her a huge favor.
So Lesser Lord Kusanali put an end to the Dendro Dragon's many long years of torment. As much as she loathes the Seven, Apep knows kindness when she sees it. No wonder she was willing to make an exception.
Yeah, that's the sense we got from dealing with her too.
She is not incapable of coexisting with other living things. Rather, she actively chooses to avoid coexistence. And this despite the fact that she symbolizes life itself. All of this being said, I wouldn't expect too much from her if I were you.
We'll keep that in mind. Anyway, how much longer do you think Nahida needs to stay with Apep? For all we know, the Victoria might still be in the desert. Just to be on the safe side, why don't we grab anyone who wasn't busy right now? I'm alright, timeline. Huh? Was that Nahida's voice?
It seems the treatment was effective.
Since when do my deeds require your evaluation?
Here will do just fine.
I have no intention of taking you any further. One ought not expect greater generosity than they have earned.
You always hide your kindness away like an oasis within a sandstorm. Only those who make it through the swirling winds can know just how beautiful that oasis is, and how much...
You dare appraise my being?
No, I'm expressing my gratitude. I want to thank you for sharing your precious life force with me.
Awake already? You are more resilient than I thought.
Pep, I feel much better. Thank you.
Gods and their gratitude mean little to me. I would rather you give me your assurance that the situation with Irminsul and Sumeru's ley lines will be competently managed. If I suffer any ill effects from the ley lines, you, as the god of this land, will be held responsible. And you would not enjoy being held to account by me.
I understand what you require, but I would assume this task even if you did not demand it. Sumeru is my responsibility. I must resume my duties as soon as possible.
A farcical notion. God of Sumeru, I hope you realize how unextraordinary your strength is.
And yet, maybe it is precisely what defines me. A god of wisdom is not meant to rule by force.
Then hold steady. We go forth.
Well, I'll be. Is that Apep? Do my eyes deceive me? Of all places, the Dendro Dragon has decided to visit the mausoleum of King Deshret.
I see that after all this time, Al-Akhmar's menagerie of ministers remain as vile as ever.
It's a pleasure, Dendro Dragon. Had you arrived but a little sooner, you might have attended a meeting of the Seven Pillars.
What a nauseating thought. You are not the first insects I've had the displeasure of dealing with today. A swarm of them tugged on my tail on my way over. Goodness knows what hovels they crawled from.
What did you do with them?
I cast them away. What would you have me do? Keep them as trinkets? Uller, this is where we shall part ways. To be clear, I do not wish to see you or anyone else here ever again, unless absolutely necessary.
Then I wish you peace as you return to your dwelling place.
It matters not to me. Simply refrain from bothering me again.
A force to be reckoned with. At times like this, I feel glad that she has no interest in any of this.
Hold on, just hold on, okay? We're almost there. We made it. Huh? Wait, that voice. Uh-oh, I'm gonna fall. Well, that's a relief. A pair of safe hands indeed.
The Dendro Archon's familiars. They are the...
Huh? Wait, what are Aranara doing here? Don't you guys hate the desert? Obviously, I was worried about the Dendro Archon. I've been supporting them with my party powers the whole way here. Oh, you seem pretty nervous. Is it because there are too many people around? Not just people. It's all these non-human beings, too. It's hard on them. I can't believe you made such a long and dangerous journey just for my sake. I appreciate your support so much. Thank you all. I'll have to ask everyone to wait while I help our new arrivals settle in. Once I'm done, I'll gather everyone to discuss our next steps. Traveler, Paimon, shall we find a place for our friends to stay? Awesome, let's go! Well, first I have... Okay, I think that covers everything. Hello, everyone. It's only us. It must be very tough for you coming all the way out here, especially since you don't like the Veluca. Is it? Ah, everyone's here. Good. Are you okay? You look like you were about to pass out back then, and you're forgetting who I am. Don't underestimate me. Red flag. Oh, excuse me. Are you comparing me to Paimon? I suppose everyone is gathered here because of me. As we can see, the situation is critical, and everyone is very busy with their various tasks, so... I can't thank you enough. Right now, we're focused on restructuring Aaru, processing excess information, and helping restore everyone's confidence. I'm sure you'll find it all very straightforward. I can help too. Just let me know when I'm needed. Up to no good. That definitely sounds suspicious. Traveler, Paimon, I have other work to attend to here. No problem. Leave it to us. Thank you. There's one other thing. If you are to work alongside the people of Sumeru, you will need to make yourselves visible to them. Is that acceptable to everyone? There's nothing to fear. No one here will hurt you. But if you do feel afraid, don't worry. Just call my name and I'll be there. Very well. Now, I shall bestow a small blessing upon you. Do not fear. We will face it together. This too shall pass.